Hello and welcome back. So, right now we are going to learn how to import data into Salesforce. So, what is this for? You have been entering data like the students into our student object one by one, right? What if you have, for example, you work in a school and your teacher or your principal asks you, hey, can you import these uh, 200 new students into the system or into Salesforce? Can you please help me? Or do you want to type one student at a time, 200 times? Or what if there is like 5,000 changes, whatever changes the school required to update the records that's already in the system? Would you want to do that all by hand, like one by one, right? That's gonna take forever, right? So the import data will help you to cut the time from a few hours or even a few days to a few minutes. Okay, so I am going to actually do this together with you and show how the whole thing works instead of just showing you the import and hit the button and import the data. So let's do this together. Okay, so importing data into Salesforce, you can do it two ways. One, with the data import wizard. That is when you want to bring in data into Salesforce up to 50,000 records. Well, that's a lot of records, a lot of students if you want to import 50,000. So data import wizard can do it. But for some large organizations that have millions or even billions of data, you need to use an application which is called Data Loader. I will show you how this works as well. So, okay, to get started, we are going to use the data import wizard, and then we're going to use the data loader and import some data into the Salesforce Trailhead playground. Okay, so before we get started, let's create the import data together. So I'm not just gonna copy some data from Salesforce here, but I'm gonna show you how to actually create the import data so you understand how the mapping works. Okay, so let's go and launch our Trailhead playground right now. I'm gonna launch that guy. I'm gonna close this. So what we are going to do is we are going to import some students, like fake students. Okay, just samples that you can see how to import the data. So first I'm going to need to know, as usual, we go to setup there, and I need to know what fields I need to bring in. Okay, so I'm going to go to object manager and search for student. All right, student object, and we click here and fields and relationships. So right now, student name and the teacher. So for example, the school just enrolled or take in 200 new students. Or if it's a university, like maybe 2,000 new students, right? They don't have teachers yet. We don't know it because they are new students. And then they don't have grade yet. Or maybe they do have grade, right? We can set the grade. And then do they have birth date? They probably do have birth dates, right? Okay, so we're gonna import new students with the name, the grade, and the birth date. So just 3. So to do that, we are going to create the import data together. I'm going to use Excel there. This is a spreadsheet documents, or you can use Google Docs. Okay, Okay, so we have 3 fields. Okay, student name. You know what, let me crank this up, view, or here view. Let me just close this guy. I don't want to zoom 100%, I want to 200% so you can see. Okay, student name over here, right? And then grade, right? Which grade are they on? And then birth date, right? So we are going to make some fake data. Therefore, I'm just going to say this is student 1, student 2, student 3. Let's see if Excel is smart enough if I drag this 4, 5, 6, right? So I'm just going to go all the way to say 100 is enough, right? So for this example, 101, there, student 100. So we have 100 student that we are going to bring in, import into Salesforce because they are, say, new students. Okay, so grade 1's, grade 1. So you can just make up your own data as you go along, you know, just have fun. And then some grade 2, right? Grade 2. And then you go there. And then you have grade 3 students. 3 students. And then you go like that. More 3 students maybe. Grade 4 students. So we're not going to do all the way to 12. It's going to take too long just to create this fake data. Grade 5. I'm just going to drag it there. Okay, and then grade 6. Grade 6, right? And then we're just going to copy that. And bring this over. There. Now the birth date. The birth date is just, we're just going to make up some birth date. So this would be, I'm going to change this. Oh, that's okay. 2001. Not 2001. 2011. I'm just going to make this up, okay? So it doesn't relate if they are born in this year, are they grade 1? So this is just a fake dummy data. So I'm just going to drag the whole thing over. Like everybody is going to be born in January, but different dates or even different months there. See? Oops. Oh, what happened? Oop. Okay, that happens when you work, right? I'm just going to delete this guy. Too much. All right, so we have 100 students with the name, the grade, and their birth date, April 10th, okay? So I'm going to tidy up a bit there. And I'm going to save this to a CSV. What is a CSV? CSV is comma, separated values, CSV. So we can import this into Salesforce. Student import. Okay. Student import demo. Save that. So there we have it. We have the import data, student import demo. Now we are going to import the students into Salesforce. So right now, if we go to the students object here, students, okay, click here. And this recently viewed students recently viewed. If I want to see all the students, I change here. Just 3. We have 3 fake students for this demo, right? For this course. Now we are going to add 100 more students. Okay, so I'm going to keep this guy here, and I'm going to pop up a new window to do the data import. So how do we do data import? You go setup, and then from the setup here, you click here, and then you type data import wizard, right? This will bring the page to import the data. Next up, we are going to choose the student object to import. Okay, so import your data in 3 easy steps. So just launch the wizard here. Okay, launch wizard. So we are going to import a custom object. Why is it custom again? Because we created the student object. It's not created before. We have created it our own, right? So it's custom. So we have student here, students, and we are going to add a new record. So you can also update existing record with data import wizard, right? Or add new and update existing record. Right now we are going to add new records. Okay, so we are not going to mind this because it's a totally new record. The user, well, we don't assign it match by. Just ignore this for now. For this particular course purpose, we are just going to drag or choose the file from here. Okay, choose the file, the import file which we just created. I'm going to change this here. There you go. And next, right? So it's a comma and then next. See, student name, grade, birth date. So it knows which field is going to go from the import data. You got it? Let me bring it up again. So we have student name, grade, and birth date. Where will this go in Salesforce? The system already knows because the name is the same. So student name goes to student name, grade goes to grade, birth date goes to birth date. You can see this example data here. So that's to verify if everything is okay. Now it looks fine, right? So let's go ahead and hit next here. So everything looks fine. Your selections, 3 fields. Your import will include 3 fields, and unmapped fields, it's 0. And I'm going to start the import right now. Okay. Once you did that, you can see here total processing time, API active processing time, and records processed 100, records failed 100. Okay, why did it fail? Let's take a look. It's always good to have a failure so you can fix it, right? Let's see what happens. View results. So when you pop this up, it's going to open a CSV file. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see what that means. Invalid or null for restricted picklist grade, but value for restricted picklist grade 1. Oh, I know why. Why? What happened? So sometimes when you want to import files, the data is not clean yet. It doesn't have the value that is expected. Let me show you. Grades are supposed to be, let me go back here before I keep talking, okay? I'm going to go back to setup, and then setup, I'm going to show you object manager and find student, right? Student. So the grade, it says, oh, it is incorrect value for the grade, because what did we do? We use grade 1, grade 2, right? Grade 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There is the word grade. While in Salesforce, for the student object, I go to fields and relationships and grade. If I click here, the available choices are just numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is no word grade 1, grade 2. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way to 12. You see that? So let's fix that in our data. Okay, good thing I like failure in the first time, but not every time. So I'm just gonna drag this over to here. So just 1, not grade 1, just 2 here, right? Here, 2, 3. So you know when you're working, if you fail, don't give up, don't stress out, figure it out and move on. Okay, don't, oh, what happened, oh, this is so frustrating. Don't do that. Whoops, what happened there? Oops, I'm gonna hit escape before I mess something up. 4, see, so I'm just gonna drag this slowly and stop talking. So yeah, don't give up easily. Okay, just move along, try to figure it out slowly and move along. 5 and 6. Great, 6. All right, now I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna show you actually. I'm gonna file, save this guy. Yes, we want CSV. Now we are going to go back to the data import wizard, which is this tab here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna close this out and go back. Oh, we're in the classic here. Let's go back to Lightning Experience. Okay, we go back to setup, close this guy. So I'm just basically wanting to go to the data import wizard from the setup. Okay, data import wizard, there. All right, same thing, launch wizard here, custom objects, students, add new records, pick the file over here. Now the data is fixed and hit next. It still knows, but now the grade is correct, just the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So next, hopefully it will be just fine. If not, we can fix it again. Okay, let's do that. Let me reload this guy. It still says it failed. Let's see what happens here. Okay, view result again. Oh, the teacher. All right, so required fields are missing teacher because the teacher is actually a required field. So to make things simpler, because if we have to assign a teacher for each and every single new student, right, it will be too long. It will be too long for this demo. So what would I do? I'm going to make the teacher's field not required. Okay, so to failure. So whenever you see, oh, fail, don't stress out. Don't get angry. Just keep going and fix the error that you see. This is a good practice example. Okay, we're going to go setup and make the teacher's field not required. So object manager, student fields, teacher, see here, click on there and add it and make it not required. So always require a value in this field in order to save a record. So if this is like that, the data import have to have a teacher, and then we have to make teachers first. Then it's just gonna take too long for this whole video to finish. This is already taking too long. So I want to keep your attention, okay? So don't fall asleep yet. Hey, wake up. Okay, so I'm gonna just uncheck this so it's not required. I'm gonna save. So the teacher is not required anymore while we are importing the data because we just uncheck it, right? Okay, now back here, let's go back. Let's go back and go here again. Now we have lots of tabs here. That's fine. That's pretty normal when you're working with Salesforce. I'm going to do data import wizard. This time it should work. I hope. Let's see, okay? Now, we tried 2 times, it failed. First time failed because the grade has the word grade. Second time it failed again because we don't have a teacher while the teacher is required, right? We fix this, we try again. Don't give up yet. No, never give up, okay? Okay, students, and add new records, choose the file, choosy, student import demo, open, next, mapped, okay, next, and start import. Alright, okay. Aha! Finally! It's process 100, failed 0. That means it worked, alright? So, it keeps going back to the old classic ugly mode, okay? So now I'm going back to Lightning. I'm going to close that we don't use or need close. Here, I want to show you, if I refresh, we will have 100 new students. Yay, right? So if I click number 1, grade 1, the birth date is that, the teacher is not yet there, all right? So we just finished importing 100 new students, okay? So that's how you do it with a data import wizard. Now, let's do it with a data loader. You want to see some data loader action? Actually, let's do it in the next video. This is getting too long. I'll see you in the next video for the data loader version of loading 100 more students. See you in a bit.